Hey, Harmon. What's going on, big boy?
What's going on, Johnny?
Oh, that was intense. Way more intense than my hello.
We're gonna talk about wrestling from today in the past. Johnny and Harmon are the Maine Event Podcast. It's gonna be blast.
This is going to be like a crazy episode. We have so much to cover. It's a month in review, but holy moly, so much stuff, so much news going on. But anyway, how are you? I hear you're sick.
I'm good. I am. Allergies are kicking my butt.
Yeah, I have a little bit of a cough too. So, listeners,
I didn't have allergies until I got into like my 30s for some reason.
Yeah. I've got a scratchy throat. I've been coughing a lot. I've been really sucking down the old fisherman's friend here. That's what that sound is. And trying to clear the throat. So yeah, we're a lot of clearing throats, a lot of coughing, a lot of sniffling tonight on the show. So bear with us, listeners. But we're here for you. We would never not do an episode. But anyway, holy cow. So much news. Let's just get right to it, I guess.
Get right to it. I'm messaging Josh Briggs to see if he has my shirt in my size.
He does, I bet. I bet he does. Josh Briggs.
Well, he's got new shirts. So.
The maroon one looked shit hot. I loved it. Looks great.
Yeah.
It's limited edition, though.
Limited edition.
Got to get in on it quick. So anyway, before we dive in.
He probably shut me down because I burned him the other day.
Yeah, you did burn him. Burned him on Twitter good. Him and Malonis. Oh.
I burned him and praised Malonis, so.
That's right. I know. Yeah. Talk about that matchup. Holy cow. You're going to go to that matchup.
I am. I'll be on the road.
Mm-hmm.
On the road again.
Pawtucket, I hear. Pawtucket. Nice.
Yeah.
Lovely city. Let's see. Plugs. Where to find us? Listeners, you can find us at maineventpodcast.podbean.com. You can find us on Twitter at maineventpod, on Instagram at maineventpod, facebook.com/maineventpod, and we're on the old iTunes. If you guys just search Main Event Podcast on iTunes, you will find our sweet, sweet voices. Well, I guess, right? Mine's sweet.
Well, they're not so sweet right now because we're both sick, but
yeah, we're both sick. Our voices are terrible. Real quick shout out to That Wrestling Club. I just did an unboxing for their May box, which was amazing as always. Three autographs. Holy shit. The theme of the month was Monday Night Wars, and I mean, I'm gonna just spoil it. The three autographs were
you either got it or you didn't. So go ahead and spoil away.
Right. I meant more like a spoil. Like they're not gonna go to my YouTube channel now and watch this. But that's fine. That's fine. You know what? It's fine. I don't need the hits. I don't need the subs. It's fine. The three autographs were the one and only Eric Bischoff and the Headbangers, Mosh and Thrasher. Three autographs in one box. It was insane. And a ton of other stuff. DX socks.
Thrasher and Beaver Cleavage.
Right. That's who it was. Yeah. And Chaz. So
right.
There was a lapel pin in there. There was some DX socks. What else? Oh my God. I'm like forgetting it now. So much. Some WCW
Kevin Nash
cards.
shirt.
A Kevin Nash shirt, which I'll be straight up honest with you. I was a little lukewarm on it. I was kind of like, hey, I'm not the biggest Nash guy. But then I put that shirt on and it's super soft and it's a perfect fit. And the color, like red, it explodes. It's amazing. It's just such a nice.
It's different than your general black.
Right.
Shirt.
It's fantastic. Yeah. I'm really
NWO Wolfpack colors.
Yeah. I'm really big on that shirt right now. So that was a nice turn of events. So anyway, yeah, you can follow them on Twitter at That Wrestle Club. And go to thatwrestlingclub.com to sign up. You guys can use promo code MAINE, that's Maine with an E, MAINE, and you'll get 10% off.
We're a state, people. We're a state.
Yeah, we're a state, damn it. So there you go. That's That Wrestling Club. Wrestlers Laboratory, big show coming up. called One Giant Leap. It's August 11th at 185 Ellery Street in Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn accent. No? What was that from?
I don't know what that was.
You don't know what that's from? That's from 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Okay.
Yep, I know. This is a random movie quote. Anyway,
Accent.
Brooklyn accent. It's like the Indian guy on there. It is going to be featuring a fatal four-way elimination match to crown the inaugural Nucleus champion. Let's see. We've got Tyler Matrix, Trevor Aon, the Hitman for Hire, Mr. Grimm, and our hometown boy, Danger Kid. Maine native Danger Kid.
I see the rest of the mainstay posse will be there too. Aiden Agro and Alexander Lee.
Yep, they will be there. Who else? Man, this card's crazy. Josh Briggs, our boy Josh Briggs, will be there. Sully Banger. Love Sully Banger. Sully Banger's going to be there. And then just announced earlier this week, the one, the only.
Flip.
You're right. Flip. Ring of Honor. New Ring of Honor acquisition. Flip Gordon will be there. That's crazy, man. How crazy is that?
I know.
That's good
It's
stuff.
awesome.
Yeah. So, and again, to top all this off, this is a free show. All you got to do is you got to buy tickets to go to the Battle Club Pro show called The Bounty in Kings County. You buy tickets at battleclubpro.com, buy tickets for that event, and you get to go to One Giant Leap for free. How cool is that? Holy shit.
2 shows for the price of 1.
Yeah, if you guys are in the Brooklyn area and you're not going to that, you are a loser. So,
and if you want to swing by and pick Johnny and I up and bring us down, we might take the day off work.
yes, we would appreciate that. So, road tripping it. All right. I want to give a quick shout out to Follow the Fox. We haven't the last couple episodes, and I feel bad about that. But Follow the Fox is a band out of Denver, Colorado, and they do our opening and closing themes. They did a bunch of themes for us, a bunch of songs that we use, like, I don't know, in rotation. So big shout out to Sarah Cole and Dylan McCarthy. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much. You guys can follow them on Facebook, facebook.com/followthefoxband, and go to their website, followthefoxband.com.
They have a really nice video out now, too, on YouTube.
They do. It's, Flat 9 Designs did a really great video for their song By and By. It's beautiful, man. The song's insane. The video is shot just so nicely. Like they're great. And they're good people too, Sarah and Dylan. You know, they do things for friends like us. So very cool. Very cool. Let's see what else we have. Oh my God, big event at the end of June. We are going to be doing our first, live podcast, I guess. We're going to be doing a live broadcast at Luchador Tacos. It's only the most happening taco place in South Paris, Maine.
And the only taco place.
No, it's
South
awesome.
Paris, Maine.
Yeah, they actually just opened on Cinco de Mayo, and dude, it's incredible. They're great, man. It's
Were you the first taco?
I was not. I really tried to get the first taco, but I was not. I failed. I was probably like the 4th taco.
It would have been better if you were the 5th. Cinco.
Yeah, I know that would have been nice. So I failed on 2 accounts, but
Fuck.
I know. Anyway, Luchador Tacos is at 39 Western Ave, South Paris, Maine. Come up on the 24th. See Harmon and I. We're going to be doing, I guess, kind of like a live recording, a live podcast. We're going to do some Facebook Live stuff, and we're going to be eating some burritos and tacos and chips and salsa, and we're going to be giving away some prizes. So you guys come up. Maybe you'll get a Funko Pop. Prizes, yeah. Maybe get a Funko Pop. Maybe get a luchador mask.
Maybe you get a John Cena action figure, because I have a bunch.
Yes, you do have a bunch. Thank you, That Wrestling Club.
Thanks, That Wrestling Club.
Yeah, but
and it's not because they hand out a bunch of John Cena stuff. It's because they have a personal vendetta against me.
That's true. Well, but aren't you the biggest John Cena fan ever?
Shut your mouth.
No. yeah. But yeah, Luchador Tacos, man, they make really great authentic LA style street tacos. I had the luchador burrito the other day, and it made my socks go up and down. It was fantastic. It was really good. Carne asada steak. It was great. So join us there. There's a Facebook page out for it, or an events page. Hit us up if
shared it
you're
with everybody we know. So
yeah, so accept it. Say hello. Come on down. It's gonna be a blast. Let's see. Yeah, bring the fam. It's gonna be a nice fun day. Let's see.
I'm already calling it. It's gonna be a beautiful afternoon.
I hope so, man. I hope so. And if not, we'll have like a little tent area. So, but hopefully the sun will be out shining. It's gonna be great. So thank you for Luchador Tacos as well for hosting. Again, you guys are gonna love their food, and you're gonna love our voices on the old radio. There, come on down. You can get your voice on the radio. We'll just talk wrestling. You know, it'll be fun. Wrestling. Hey, Harmon, did you want to announce the winner to our fantasy draft?
You know what? Go to hell. All right.
Johnny Fashion, crowned champ. Our fantasy draft votes came to a close, and man, I took it home. I brought it home.
You did.
Paris, Maine.
And I finished tied for third.
Unbelievable. Yeah, it was like a
which is,
probably last. Yeah, last.
Yeah.
Yeah, I walked away with 59% of the votes. Greg got 27. You and Ben got 7. So, yep. So there's no trophy or anything. It's just bragging.
You know what?
rights.
I could have beat Ben. I didn't even vote for myself. That's how bad my team was.
Nice.
I could have beat him. I could have been a contender.
You could have, but you know what? You played it safe. You played it right. Good sportsmanship. Don't vote for yourself. Don't be that guy. Speaking of the draft, Doug Barrell, our good brother Doug Barrell over there at topropereport.com, he wrote an article about it. He did a little draft analysis, so that was very nice of him. And the first part was released last Friday, I believe, and he's going to be releasing the new one, I believe, this Friday. So
yes, I'd like to thank Doug for being very kind to my team. He didn't have a negative word to say really about anybody's team.
No,
he did
it was
question. Nice. He did question, placement and timing of picks, but didn't flat out say what a fucking moron.
I know
he could have a couple of times, I think, but he didn't.
Yes.
So
yeah,
thank you, Doug.
I'm really looking forward to reading the second half of.
Maybe in the second half he tells somebody they're a fucking idiot.
Yes. Yeah. Probably. So cool. Thank you so much, Doug, for that. It was very nice of you. And you guys can check him out at TRR_Doug and check out topropereport.com. Go there. Awesome articles. Eric Ames is the man behind the plan over there, and he does a kick-ass job. So former guest of the podcast.
I'm joining Eric over there tomorrow.
I believe you are. It'll
probably be out whenever you're listening to this at topropereport.com because I think we're doing an Extreme Rules preview show.
Right. So they'll kind of launch a little early. So yeah, top of the morning podcast. Big Bad Harmon will be there. Hell yeah. That's gonna be fun.
Hell yeah.
Hells to the yeah. All right, finally. Let's get to this month in review. What the hell happened this month? So
like just in our lives, because wow.
Yeah, what do you got going on? What do you get going on, man?
Nothing really.
I mean, just wrestling stuff.
Just wrestling shows. I went to 3 wrestling shows, I think, last month.
I know. It's crazy. Well, let's start there, I guess.
I went to an NAWA show on a Wednesday at Skips in Buxton. Those are always fun. It's like $8, on a Wednesday. I mean, you can't beat it. It was at a bar, so you can drink.
Nice.
Doug and Molly and Michael and some other people were there, that I know from the shows. So we hang out and we heckle and drink beer. It's fun times.
Yeah.
Went to Limitless Problematic with you.
Yeah, we have a request to speak about limitless problematic. Broken Alex at a Calder 21 on Twitter. He says, "Gotta talk about at LW Maine hashtag problematic for sure." On Twitter.
Yeah.
So yeah,
we're at the show and I just hear Maine Event Podcast from across the room, and I'm like, who is yelling that? And I look and it's this rather large gentleman, not like he's fat, but he's just tall and big.
Yeah,
he's yelling at us with a bandana around his head. I'm like, did we piss somebody off?
No, I recognized him right away.
John's like, no. We know him.
Yeah, he's with us. I'm glad he was with us. Yeah, Broken Alex.
He had a whole squad with him.
Yeah. I can't remember what they call. I can't remember what they call their section, like the back row section, I think, or something like that. But
I don't know.
Yeah,
they are trouble, is what
they are. But in a good way. It's the best. So so problematic, man. What a fucking card. Holy moly. We'll start with
Brian Cage from Flip Gordon.
Yep, that was a great match. Jesus, Flip took a nasty dinger on the back of the head on the ring apron.
Yeah. Did you see the pictures from Harry?
I did not. No.
There's a picture from Harry Aaron, and in the picture you can see Tanya TC Tapes. You can see her in the face she's making as Flip's head bounced off the edge of the ring. It just goes to show you that it wasn't good.
oh, man. Ouch. Shout out to TC Tapes. We like Tanya. Tanya's awesome. What else? Oh, my God. Yeah. So, geez, man, do you want to get to the main event? Because, that's like all I could think about after. The whole card was amazing, but you were just left with that like main event in your head.
Right, you got to meet Colt Cabana.
I got to meet Colt Cabana, which is very cool.
Our buddy Top Shelf Troy Nelson pulled out a victory against Colt Cabana.
Yeah.
What else happened? All good. Anthony Green. He had a good match with who was it? Paul London.
Paul London.
Yeah.
Then the cool thing about that match was like there was a picture circulating around social media, and then somebody printed it off there. Of both of them, Anthony Green, a young child, getting his picture with I believe then WWE Paul London, and then somebody brought it out later, like after the match, which I thought was really cool. I love when like really funny, cool things like that happen in wrestling. It's inspiring to see someone into it meeting, whatever there. I don't know if he's like a big idol of his or not, but obviously a WWE superstar at the time, and then growing up to face him in a match later on in life. I think that's a really cool thing, and obviously a cool moment in all good Anthony Green's life. So it was a nice touching moment there between the two of them. And he goes over him too. He gets the win. It was cool.
Yeah, no, it was really cool.
Let's see. I thought the match between Top Shelf and Colt Cabana was really good. Troy Nelson.
Poor Top Shelf got chopped to pieces.
Yeah, those chops
his
were
chest
brutal.
Like hamburger.
Yep.
You could have taken Colt's fingerprints off his chest 2 days later, I think.
Yeah, it was brutal, but it was fun, man. It was really fun to see Colt live in action. It was fun to meet Colt. He was a pretty cool guy. I talked to him on a couple different occasions. I talked to him before the show, got some merch from him, and then talked to him after his match. Told him I really enjoyed his match. We shot the shit for a few minutes, and then what else? Who else was there? Oh my god! The AR Fox Ace Romero match was brutal. The fans bring the weapons match. It was chaos. I was worried for the front row.
So many fluorescent light tubes got broken.
Yeah, the first one just kind of came out of nowhere, and the whole front row just like covered their face. Security diving over to make sure everybody's okay.
Then everybody vacated their seats and stood up to watch the match.
Yeah,
I don't think
that
was
a wise decision.
Person sitting at the end of that match.
Nope, not at all. Ace,
very bloody, very gruesome. You can see the pictures on Twitter and Facebook that we took.
Yep. You turned them black and white, which I thought was nice and clever.
Yeah, there was. There wasn't like gushing blood, but there's big blood.
Yeah. You know who else I really liked at that show that I didn't know of before? Was Bucks Belmer.
And I like the team Tabernac.
Yeah, I thought they were great, cool tag team. But I thought Bucks Belmer was
Dirty Bucks Belmer.
Yeah, I just thought like he was different, man. He was so different. I'd never heard of him before. And then I saw him there and I was like instant fan. I thought it was so cool. And he's coming back for the next one, which is great. And I just want to see him and Mind Eraser Mike Grassa go 1-on-1 because they were in that 6-man against each other.
Yeah,
Grassa team.
They're like two sides of, one's an American coin, one's a French coin, it seems.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Like just both equally as crazy and just weird. Like Grassa is like crazy, like mental institute crazy. And Belmer just seems like sadistic and really twisted crazy. Like he kind of knows what he's doing, but he's still kind of crazy. And Grassa is just out of his mind. He's a lunatic. So to see I don't know if that's even going to happen, but that's what I would like to see them.
I liked his fish flop.
His fish flop was cool. What about that test of strength spot? So
that was nasty.
They're so weird, gross. Right? It was so weird. So they're Belmer and Xavier Bell are going for a test of strength, and Belmer puts his hands down his own pants and then like kind of runs them up his body and then smells them and then goes
licks his hand.
Yeah, licks them and then goes for the test of strength. And Xavier Bell's like, nope, I'm all set. And he just dives out of there. He like tags Mike Grassa, I think, and dives out of the ring. And then Grassa goes in there, has no problem doing it. So it was very cool. Interesting match. Our boy Brian Malonis was in that match. Being the ring general being the ring general that he is, though, man, it was great to see him just like command the ring, and it was awesome. I think Brian Malonis is such a special talent, and I think he's just incredible. And I'm a little jealous that you get to go see him down in Pawtucket against Briggs. So anytime you get to see Brian Malonis, it's a treat.
Yes. Yeah, no, Brian is so good. He's such a veteran. He just he's in there. He knows what he's doing. There's no guessing on what he's going to do. He wrestles like the big man that he is, and it's awesome.
Yeah, and matches like that, like six-man tag matches, they can get out of control fast. And having a guy like Brian in there is so beneficial to everyone, not just the wrestlers, but just like the fans too. Like to see something come together. So It's very cool. Anything else on Problematic?
No, just that. There was
I'm trying to remember. It's been a couple weeks now. I'm just trying to remember what else was going on there. That was really stood out.
Alex Lee to the Maine State Posse.
Oh, Alexander Lee, yeah. The Maine State Posse are now 3.
Yes,
everything feels right. Alexander Lee joining back with the band. It's good. I like it. It's a nice, interesting dynamic. Three-man tag teams are all the rage nowadays, and I think that's cool. I dig it.
I mean, Alexander Lee brings a bit of cunning to the team. Where Danger Kid brings just intensity and craziness, and Aggro brings such athleticism and intensity. Alexander Lee brings a little bit of the brain back into it, I think. And he's still a fantastic wrestler too. So
I think that's a great way. God, you just described Maine State Posse like perfectly. I love it. That's great. I love that dynamic now. As if like they couldn't get any better. Like you add a guy like Alexander Lee back into the mix, and it's incredible.
Right. I mean, can you imagine him on the outside of the ring now during matches? Just that extra level, that they can have.
Yeah, wheeling around a lobster buoy. That's great. Let's see.
But no, it was a great show as always. Limitless Wrestling always puts on a fantastic show. Looking forward to the next one. The next one is July, right?
Yeah, July something. They're coming back in July. So I thought
We'll
it was
talk
sooner
more
than
about
that.
it as it gets closer.
Yeah, as it gets closer, we'll kind of report more on it. But let's see. Who else we got? We got some more messages here. Brian McMakin says, "How about debating what's worse, Corbin's microphone skills or his ridiculous aging rock star haircut? Between that and Shinsuke's mouthpiece drool, this might be the worst opening to SmackDown in months." So I replied, "You asked for it, Brian. Will oblige." So yeah, we've been like big fans of Corbin for a while now.
Mike skills are that bad. I mean,
I don't think that they're terrible, but they're not great.
I mean, Shinsuke with a mouthpiece in bad.
That's true. I was thinking about that too, about Shinsuke, and I don't necessarily think he really needs to talk all that much, but I can see Vince and Triple H and stuff like kind of making him talk, like, oh, you got to talk, you got to be able to talk, like, and I just don't dig it. I think that they should.
No, you don't have to have him talk. I mean, how much has Asuka talked in the
right,
year and a half she's been holding that title?
Right, exactly. And he didn't talk a ton in NXT. I can really think of only one time where he spoke, and it was really awesome, and that was the face-off between him and Finn before their match, where he said, like, I have to beat Icon, and then he like had the big dramatic pause, and the crowd was just going, ooh, and then he's like, I have to beat you, like that was a great promo. But like, you can't ask a guy to do that every week on live TV when his English just isn't very good.
Right. You can't have Dolph Ziggler asking him a ton of questions.
Yeah, it makes his character look weak. It makes him look goofy and makes him almost look comedic. When Shinsuke is fun, don't get me wrong, and like really like flamboyantly charismatic and fun, but like you just can't make him out to be a fool like that. He should be that, but then instantly turn into a badass.
Right.
And I don't know.
As soon as that bell rings, he turns into, he's more of a wrestling martial artist. The kicks are so dangerous, and his moves are so slick. That he's one step ahead. And that's the way it probably should be. But
right, and it's like
WWE forgot how to book years ago. So
yeah, and I guess like, to his credit, he can kind of do whatever he wants when he's not wrestling, because then he's so good once he turns it on. It's kind of like the it's kind of like the boy named Sue kind of a thing. It's like you can be whatever you want, and then but once you get into a fight, you have to be able to handle yourself, and he does. And so I like that part of Shinsuke, but I just think if they're gonna make him talk or try to talk every week, it's not going to work out well. And I don't think that they necessarily need to do that. Like you said, Asuka barely speaks and she gets over fine. Bring her to the main roster, and maybe that's something different. I can't see her getting in a promo battle with, Alexa Bliss or somebody and hanging in there. She's just her strength is her wrestling. So,
right. And this is where WWE is missing the boat on using somebody as a manager,
Right.
I mean, this is a perfect example. When you get somebody that's not a strong talker, especially in a different language than their own, where they could use a manager, an advocate,
An advocate.
Well,
interesting.
I don't think it could be him, but
I was going to say, interesting choice of words. No. And to touch on Corbin, I guess, I don't think his mic skills are terrible, but I definitely think that they're weak right now, and he's still pretty green. I mean, he really hasn't been doing this.
He is one ACL injury away from Hair Club for Men too.
Yeah.
or just going straight up shaved head, because that thing is getting thin.
Yeah, it really is. Especially, like all wetted down and stuff. I mean, it is thin, but I think I don't know, man. I think he's a pretty good, again, he's a good in-ring performer. And I think he'll be like IC champ soon, or I definitely think he's a future world champ at some point in his career. If they don't kill him.
Well, he's on SmackDown, so he'll have to be United States champion.
United States, yeah. Sorry, yeah. I think that's definitely
that would mean he has to beat Kevin Owens, which isn't happening.
No, But no, I don't know. I'm fine with Baron Corbin, using him in just short bursts of microphone skills. Let's see. Our good buddy Amanda, Lazy Panda, she says we should for sure talk about the This Is Your Life bit or whatever, the segment on Raw. I know. So Alexa Bliss did This Is Your Life for Bayley. I don't know. They maybe they thought, hey, that years ago that This Is Your Life with Mick Foley and The Rock was so popular that this will be a great ratings boost if we take Alexa Bliss, who is fire on the microphone, and do a This Is Your Life for Bayley.
But she came off as like the mean cheerleader, like
she did,
like the mean high school girl, and she wasn't bad on the mic. It was everybody else involved with this, the teacher.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I thought she was great. I actually thought she was really good, especially when the crowd really started shitting on her and just completely turned on her. I thought it was fine. I thought she handles the crowd very, very well, and it's not her.
Bayley's supposed former best friend and her former first boyfriend or whatever, and really the boyfriend wanted to get with the friend. I mean,
what was that? Yeah, what was that? Who wrote that? Come on.
I think it was the guy from Swerved. I'm not sure.
That was insane. Why
it was bad. I mean, it was bad.
Really bad.
I think they set Alexa up for failure there. There was no way she was going to save that. You can't save it when 2-3 other people are just torpedoing the shit out of it.
Right. And I get it. I mean, no one's ever going to be The Rock again, So you can't really as good as Alexa Bliss is, you can't rely on expecting the amount of charisma that The Rock brings to save a segment like that. I mean, no one's going to save that segment. Rock is the exception. And like I said, no one's going to be The Rock. So, I mean, good try on Alexa Bliss, but God, that was just so bad. It was just written so terribly. And I think whoever wrote that and approved that and thought that was a good idea should just be fired. I think that's awful.
I mean, it sounded like she was ad-libbing some too. And I think she's probably best when she can kind of go off bullet points, I think. I mean, I don't really know. But
no, but I think she was ad-libbing, and I didn't think she did bad. I think, she was like, hey, the crowd, they're being rude to you, but I won't. I thought that was a nice little thing to say. I thought that was fine. I thought she did great. But yeah, it was just, you couldn't polish that turd enough.
The things they made the teacher say about Bayley's father, nobody would believe that shit,
Super weird.
Oh, her father had to go to school with her because she couldn't be away from him. Nobody's going to buy that.
Yeah, why was that? Why was that what was written? It's so dumb.
I don't know.
So dumb. Ugh, gross. Anyway, that's really it on that. It was just a terrible segment, and I heard that they were trying to get rid of it, and I'm really glad that get rid of it, because I was wondering that, because I read that before I watched it on Hulu, and I was like, oh, I wonder if they're going to air it on Hulu, because sometimes they cut things out on Hulu and I don't get to see it if it's really bad. So I'm glad that they left it in so I could witness that car wreck. And then we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, sometimes the car wreck's just too good to take out, John.
Mm-hmm. Nothing like a good car wreck. Oh, boy. What else? What else is going on Raw and SmackDown?
Well, Jinder Mahal is your new champion.
That's probably the biggest news ever.
And I know you and I both like it. It's something different.
I love it.
They're going in a different direction. They're giving a guy a chance to be champion who, kind of came from the undercard. So it's the change we've all asked for. And I'll be goddamned if the internet isn't pissed about it.
They're so mad. The internet is so mad. I don't know why. You ask for change, you get change, and you're still pissy about it. If it was, I don't know, man. I like it that it's Jinder.
Who do they want besides Jinder? Do they want Corbin? Do they want? Was there change for AJ to win it again? I mean, what was their change they wanted?
Yeah, I mean AJ. Yeah, sure, AJ, but it's he's AJ Styles. We know how good he is. what I'd love to see him as champ again at some point, but I don't know. That was just not the right time, I think. And I think it was a nice change. I think business wise, it makes sense. And you know what, man, I'm the first guy to criticize the WWE for using business, going the way of business instead of storylines. Cause I hate when like, oh, we're going to push this guy cause his merch sales are up. You know, it's like, well, I hate that. I hate when, merch and like business gets in the way of good storytelling. But I don't know, man. I thought this was good storytelling. I think giving the underdog.
Come on, John. That business model has given us John Cena 60. Popping that Singh brother on his face.
Yeah, and then the face that Randy made after. Ooh.
Yeah,
it was like when you it's like if you I don't know if you do that to like your little brother or sister or something, and you're like, ooh, didn't mean to take it that far. Like,
that escalated quickly.
Yeah, exactly. And then I also saw Randy Orton RKO like his son into a pool or something.
All right, that's funny.
That's pretty funny. That was pretty good. But back to Jinder, I think it's great. Like I said, I'm usually like the first guy to be like, oh, I hate when business gets in the way. But I think it was a good business move too, with them going to India. I like Jinder. I think Jinder is, you know, since coming back and looking like an absolute monster. I mean, it's believable. Like everybody wants to bitch and complain, like, oh, he's a jobber. Why are you giving it to a jobber? He's not a jobber.
Steroids, you know, he's definitely juicing. Yeah. Well, I follow the guy on Instagram. Every day he posts pictures of him just tearing it up in the gym and like his meals for the day. He's completely going like Rock getting ready for a movie, like all the time.
Yeah, dude, eating, the guy's going ham nonstop.
Chicken and rice and cod and rice like 10 times a day. And just working out for like 3 hours a day, and not like just like throwing up weight, resting. He is like hammering it out.
Yeah, the guy's clearly a hard worker.
You know, the change in his body happening the way it has.
Yeah. I don't get the haters, man. Good business decision. Good storyline decision. I thought it was good. The underdog, nobody really thought it was possible. And then he did it. You know, he used to be a jobber. He is a former jobber. He's had some real shit gimmicks before, and he's overcome them. He took some time off. He came back looking like $1 million, and it's believable. He's a good heel, and I get it that his gimmick now is, it's been done before. I think that it's gonna always be a staple in professional wrestling, like the angry foreigner. You know, it's the Iron Sheik.
It's bread and butter.
Yeah,
it's what wrestling was built on.
Right. It's the Iron Sheik. It's Sergeant Slaughter. It's Rusev. You know, it's Muhammad Hassan.
It's everybody. You know.
Yeah, I mean, it's all those. I mean, that's never gonna go away. So again, for people bringing up it's been done before. Of course it's been done before, and it's worked, and it's pretty awesome. And when you get a guy that can come in and pull it off, like Jinder, because I think he's very much pulling it off, you run with it, man. Like, that's what you do. So
Evil
I love it.
National Pride is a cornerstone of wrestling booking. I mean,
so I love it. I hope, excuse me, I hope he has a good run. I know he's got Randy coming up at Money in the Bank. I believe it is.
Yeah.
And
Randy's
right, of St. Louis. I hope he retains. I hope it's not a quick title run for him, because I think that would be, I think that would mean much, much less and just doing the flash in the pan kind of thing. I think I would hate to see him become, Jack Swagger of the WWE title. You know how Swagger had like the world championship for like a hot minute.
It shows the fundamental difference between Raw and SmackDown too. Like, this couldn't happen on Raw. Like, you're not all of a sudden going to have, Cesaro be champion tomorrow. I mean, and that's probably too high. I mean, who was under, who's on the bottom end on Raw? You don't know because you don't see him.
Right. No, I mean, I think Cesaro is
Kurt Hawkins isn't going to win a number one contender's shot and all of a sudden be in the championship picture. It's just not going to happen on Raw.
Yeah. No, I agree. I definitely agree, and I think SmackDown. That's what SmackDown brings to the table, and they, they pride themselves on that land of opportunity. That anything can happen, and I dig that too. I dig that if in this era where I don't think it's called the reality era anymore. I can't remember what it's called now, but they like to harness a lot of stuff on reality, and if you want to do that, the reality is anybody can win at any given moment. I mean, that's what like UFC is based on. That's why UFC titles are bounced around so much, because everybody is typically on a level playing field and anything can happen. One punch, one mistake turned into a submission. Like WWE wants to make that kind of a reality feel to it. You take a guy like Jinder, who's been shit on his entire career, and you give him a little bit of push, and then holy shit, you make him world champion. Then it's like, oh my God, now anything can happen. Now that opens the door. That opens the door for like a guy like Sami Zayn,
the guy gets released, gets hungry, gets in the gym, busts his ass, comes back looking like an absolute monster, wins the championship. What's not to like about that story?
I know. It's a great success story. Exactly. What's not to like about it? If you don't like it, then like, I don't know, man, just go fuck off. Like go back to complaining on the internet about it. Go back to being a keyboard warrior. Like,
stop watching the current product. Just go back and watch the Attitude Era if you want, or
right.
The 1980s wrestling. I mean, go back and watch that if you want. I mean, this is what it is nowadays.
Yeah, and and sometimes it's really bad, but sometimes it's really great. And I think that this Jinder Mahal thing is great. I think it's really, really good, and I like it. And like I said, I hope it lasts for a little bit longer. Hopefully, he doesn't just dump it.
I hope Bad News Barrett comes back looking like $1 million and just starts whipping ass.
Dude, Bad News Barrett's always looked like $1 million. Dude, that guy was shredded when he opted out to leave. Shredded.
I feel so bad about his career.
I know. I think he's so good. He started out white hot, and then just like they just never used him. And that's a guy that was so talented.
I wish he had never won King of the Ring.
I know. Are they going to do that again this year or whenever?
I hope not.
They just
King of the Ring is the worst thing ever now.
I know. They can't book King of the Ring right to save its life. Anyway, well, we really got fired up there about Jinder. That was good. What else is happening? Specifically, I guess on SmackDown, you get the women. They're going to have their own Money in the Bank ladder match. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, first time ever.
Pretty revolutionary there.
Probably going to have Charlotte win.
Probably. Yeah, she wins everything. So, yeah, we got Tamina, Becky, Charlotte, Natty, and Carmella, I believe. Those are the current 5. And then you mentioned, I think maybe off air.
Lana wants in. I don't know.
Ilana wants in. I've seen some of her like dark matches or like some NXT stuff that she's been doing with that whole dancing gimmick. Not so hot about the gimmick. I don't think she is.
John, dancing gimmicks are where it's at. What are you talking about?
I know. Dancing gimmicks are where it's at. Hey, it worked out for Fandango in the long run. But
no, Fandango's quick wit is what's keeping him around.
I know. I can. God,
the stuff that him and Breeze are doing with the Fashion Files is gold. Absolutely, they are the funniest things on TV.
Absolutely gold. I hope they get their due, which is the tag champs, the tag championships.
They're both great wrestlers. They're so good on the microphone. Mm-hmm. They do such great promos and vignettes and stuff. They're just so entertaining. They're everything that WWE needs in a tag team. And it's ridiculous it's taken them this long to figure it out.
I know. Because, I mean, Fandango's been that way pretty much his entire career. like he's shown like little snippets of it, even when he was just doing like the dancing fandango thing. But like even before that, when he was just like Johnny Curtis, he had some comedy things and some just like weird naps.
Watch him on Swerved. Watch him on.
Oh God, he's great on Swerved. So funny.
The episode of Total Divas that he was on. I mean, the guy he's that all the time.
He's
just
so
fucking
charismatic.
cool. It's not funny.
Yeah. And then Tyler Breeze, I mean, the guy was killing it in NXT, and then he gets to the main roster, he just gets buried.
Yeah, he was the gatekeeper at NXT. You had to go through Tyler Breeze to get a title shot. That's how it was.
And he was always either starting the show or in the main event, and he was just super awesome in the ring.
An intercontinental US title like at NXT, he would have had it.
Of course. Yeah. And they play off each other really well. It's just great. I hope that they get the belts and take them off the Usos, because I mean the Usos, I don't know, man. I think the Usos are probably the best that they've been in years right now, like with just their gimmick. But I don't know. I'd rather see the belts go to Breezango and call it a day. And hopefully they can do some really funny sketches with the belts. I mean, the Fashion Police, I mean, just hilarious. Or the Fashion Files. So funny. So good. So fucking funny. Speaking of gold dust. Caught wind of gold dust? Holy shit.
Yeah, welcome back.
Welcome back, buddy. Fantastic. Love it. Going back to the old gold dust. No more of this comedy bullshit.
Yeah, going back to just like cunning and mean.
Yeah, just like vintage attitude era.
Yeah, but also weird and scary. you know?
Yep. Very, very cool.
Yeah, back in the director's chair. I mean, this is probably signaling the end for Dustin, but
what a way to go out, though.
He's had such a great career. He's still wrestling at a super high level for being. He's got to be what, 40, 45, 46, 47?
Yeah, he's somewhere up there. Yeah, but he's no, exactly. He's wrestling at such a great level right now. He's in great shape.
And it's the fact that he knows how to wrestle. His matches, you know, even like you watch on like Superstars and shit, like the matches that he has, that everything is purposeful. And like when he finally drops down and like gives that guy the chop under the chin and stuff, you know, it's like, this is like vintage gold dust. Yeah. It's smart playing, you know.
I hope that they use him in a similar way to Jinder, you know what I mean? Like Raw's version of it. Cause like, it would be cool to see him, do whatever he's doing right now with Truth. But then kind of get away from Truth, you know, and maybe,
one more IC title run.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Maybe just go out on a nice, even if it's short, but you know, maybe he just retires with the belt, you know, I don't know. It would be cool to see him capture the IC belt one last time. I would really like that. I think he deserves it. I don't know, man.
I mean, when did he last hold the IC belt? Like 98?
Oh God, it's been forever. Yeah, he's just been doing like comedy bullshit for like the last 12 years. It seems like, you know, in different tag teams with like Kane. When did
Goldust debut? Like 95?
Yeah, I think so. 95, maybe 95, 96, something like that. But excuse me.
I don't know. He's been such a staple, and he's still such a good wrestler.
Yeah.
And you know, he's a legacy in this business. He's taught more people how to wrestle than we'll ever count, you know.
Yeah. So and then let's see, back over the Raw side, we've got just a crazy shakeup here for the for like the number one contender for the Universal title, because our Universal champion isn't around. So all they're doing for like main events now are just like,
and Braun Strowman got hurt,
which is a bummer. Oh my God. I know, Braun.
Oh, he was white hot.
Yeah.
Mostly because he was beating up Roman Reigns every week. People loved it.
Loving it. Yeah. Which is great, man. He got over so quickly because of that. I mean, big time.
I could have got over beating up Roman Reigns.
Oh no. I feel like that's funny. Like if they ever want to get anybody over, just have them be, you know, the nemesis of Roman Reigns and keep foiling Roman Reigns, and they'll be good. They'll get over super quickly. So so we have like a 5-way coming up. It's Bray, Reigns, Rollins, Joe, and Finn for the number 1 contender for I guess to go against Brock Lesnar. There was a nice moment, I guess, recently with Finn.
What is it, like 2 baby faces in this match? Finn and Rollins, is that the baby faces in this match?
I don't know. I mean, Reigns is still considered a face, right? He's not.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Not a heel. Reigns, Rollins, and Finn, and you got Joe and Bray on the other side. But Bray and Joe have been kind of biting at each other. You know, they've attacked each other a few times. They just had that 3-way match with Finn, where they were definitely in each other's faces and wailing away on each other. And then Raw had Rollins versus Reigns for like their main event, and I was like, man, the match is really fucking good. And I was just like, man, this is a WrestleMania match. You're
Stop
just
giving it away. Yeah,
I know. You're just giving it away on Raw for free.
It's like their creative committee has never watched wrestling from another era, where you keep guys apart until the pay-per-view.
Yeah, and now
you have them squash somebody else or do anything. Just shoot the shit out back, cut a promo.
Yeah.
Have them squash some nobody in the ring and then, say, this is what I'm going to do to blah, blah, blah next week. And at the pay-per-view, and this is what it's been building up to and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Like, come on. Stop showing us Sheamus and Cesaro versus the Hardy Boys every week.
I know, it's insane. I don't get it. I mean, and Reigns goes over Rollins clean. So then, like, when they eventually do get that huge WrestleMania moment, like, it just doesn't mean
we've
as
already
much.
seen this. And
yeah, I've seen this match.
We've already seen Reigns win,
And it was a great match, too. It wasn't just like a shitty Raw match. I mean, it was a great match. Some of the spots that they were pulling out were pretty incredible. Like, Rollins coming off the top and Reigns giving him the Superman punch. Like, that's a great spot. And Rollins sold it great. And it's just that was like, that should have been on a much larger stage, I thought. And the whole time I'm going like, why are they giving this away? Why are they giving this away? This is crazy, or at least like have it end, have them wrestle for a little bit and then have Bray and Joe get involved in like kind of a DQ kind of a thing and save that match. But they didn't. I thought that's what was going to happen, but it never happened. And they finished the match and Reigns went over clean. And I was just shaking my head going, this is so weird. This is like, what are you guys doing? I mean, I appreciate watching a great match, but it just didn't make much sense. But anyway, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing who is going to take on Lesnar. Who do you think? Who do you think is going to walk away here taking on Lesnar? Because it's going to be at SummerSlam.
I think it's going to be. Well, will it be SummerSlam already?
I think, right?
I guess so. It's June. I mean,
maybe I'm off on that, but I thought the winner of this was going to face Lesnar at SummerSlam. But maybe
I think it could be Bray.
You think it's going to be Bray?
Yeah.
See, I don't think so. I don't think they're going to go with Bray. I don't know why. They just don't trust Bray ever, even though everybody else in the WWE universe does. I think they'll have. Oh man, I don't know. I think I
think you put Finn Balor in the ring with Brock Lesnar. Finn Balor is going to look like,
tiny,
190 pounds. He's going to look.
Well, he is.
Small.
Yeah. But I mean, I think he's going
to be on 205 Live.
I know. I think they go with Reigns again, and like they do Reigns Lesnar at SummerSlam, and Finn and maybe I think Finn and Bray start something. And then maybe Joe and Rollins kind of finish their something that they started. I guess, I don't know. They've already fought, I guess, at a pay-per-view, but maybe it escalates a little bit more, but I don't know.
It'll probably be Reigns and Brock, and it'll be the WrestleMania match we didn't get 2 years ago.
Yeah, because Rollins got involved, I guess.
Yeah.
When's Braun due back? Like 6 months or something like that? Is it something crazy?
No, he's not going to be gone that long.
6 weeks, maybe? Something like that.
Maybe.
Well, that's good. Braun will be back. Maybe he gets involved in one of these guys, but I don't know. So, yeah, I guess that's it, man. That's really it that I can think of to speak about in WWE stuff. So,
yeah. And this is the kind of stuff that like I was talking about, like not having these guys fight each other. These are the spots that the guys that you never get to see. These are the spots they could be doing. They could be, jobbing to these guys, but at least to get them on TV. You could have, like Ty Dillinger losing to Seth Rollins in a good match,
right? Escalates Dillinger a little bit,
right.
Yeah, whatever.
But he's not on Raw, but
right. But a guy like that, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like guys like that,
or like a tag team, like you mentioned, Sheamus and Cesaro earlier. You take Sheamus and you put him against Rollins,
right?
And Sheamus losing to Rollins isn't bad because Sheamus isn't a tag team, so
right.
it doesn't.
Especially since how he's a heel too.
Yeah, and it doesn't hurt his stock.
You could use Cesaro to get him disqualified or something.
Right, exactly. And then
or it makes Seth Rollins look even better because he defeated, Sheamus plus Cesaro on the outside. It makes him look better. But
yeah,
what do we know about booking?
Well, what do we know? What do we know? I don't know. But anyway, man, I'm good. I think I'm all tapped out here. I can
bitch about booking for hours.
I know. My drink is just about empty. My throat is going to start really hurting now. So yes. I think this is where we call it.
I have a cough button, thank God.
Yeah. Let's see. We can. Where are you at in the old social media there, Harmon?
Same place I've always been, at Harmon316.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. I'm at Johnny Fashion. And you can find the show's Twitter at Maine Event Pod. We're also on Instagram at Maine Event Pod. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/Maine Event Pod. And you guys can listen to the podcast, maineventpodcast.podbean.com. And we are also on iTunes. And Harmon, before we leave, I caught some wind of maybe some new T-shirts coming out.
Yes, we are going to launch a Teespring store. Mm-hmm. You are going to be seeing links for this on Twitter and Facebook. There's going to be a couple of different designs, a couple of different colors you can choose from, and we're going to run a special introductory offer of $15.
$15 for a T-shirt. That is
right.
Wild. That's great. I love it.
The T-shirts don't get printed until a few orders get put in, but that's how Teespring works. That's how they keep the cost down. So once, a dozen shirts get ordered, boom, they'll print them. The first one is going to go for 7 days. So after these 7 days, the price is going to go up, guys. So we can't do $15 T-shirts
forever. Yeah. And the design is going to be nasty. The design is so sick.
We have a new design. It is a stylized version of the Maine state flag.
Yeah, and it's awesome.
Very badass.
Yeah, graphic artist, Chris Madison. He does a lot of the stuff for that wrestling club. He designed it. It looks really cool. He drew it up. Our good buddy Greg Marston was the brains behind the idea of it originally. He kind of pitched it to us. Gregulator. Thank you, Gregulator, for that. And thank you, Chris Madison, for the design. It came out amazing. We could not be any more appreciative of it. It's everything we asked for. So thank you to those two guys. And like Harmon said, $15 on Teespring. You guys will see the links going up left and right on our social media. So purchase one if you'd like to. We'd like it if you would. And share it too. Share it to anybody that you think would want one.
Right. And, keep listening to the show because we may throw out promo codes for, discounts again. The shirts will probably be $20 after this. So keep an ear to the show. We might give out promo codes for a day or two and then shut them down. So listen for your chance to get a better deal.
Absolutely. That's what it's about right there. Wheeling and dealing on the Maine Event Podcast. So, all right, Harmon, I'm going to go get something else to drink because my throat's killing me. Thank you for joining me. Listeners, thank you for listening. You guys are the best. We will see you on June 24th at Luchador Tacos. And next week, we've got Flash Nick McKenna on the show. So look forward to that. Flash Nick McKenna, local wrestler here in Maine. I'm going to sit down with them, chat with them, and it's going to be a fun little chat. So keep an ear out for that. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Later.
Bye.
Talking about wrestling from the day in the past. It's gonna be a blast. Johnny and Harmon are the Main Event Podcast.